Hi everyone, this is Western Literature, Howard speaking. Today I'm going to bring you guys up to date on the four famous poets of all the times in history in Romanticism. Those are all the points that we are talking about before and seen before in the video. And the first one we have Rosalia di Castro, and actually he's best known for his remorse and repressed desire. And the value of his value lies mainly on the living stuff, as well as the desolation of the spiritual loneliness. And he also expressed a kind of fear to the death in his work. And he uses the powerful and vivid imaginary, as well as the metaphor in her poem. A glowworm scatters flashes. It actually depicts the intensely personal relationship between the characters and deities. The contrast between those two sets of opposing images heightens the drama of the character's sense of loss when their personal relationship with the gods breaks down. And what's more, I think the speaker used the nature as a source of inspiration when contrasting between the concrete and intangible and passive and active world. Is also relevant to the theme of the material world and the spiritual world. Based on the angel's warning, it's clear that this persona is caught in conflict between the physical and spiritual realms. By worshipping the gods of the physical world, the persona alienates his god, leading to the destruction of their relationship. The speaker also used the season as a measure of time. And as time goes by, she just questioning what she previously believed in her religion, and a specific reference in Christianity to reflect on the negative will of life throughout the text. And next one, we have Percy Bysshe Shelley. And, he rendered that the equality with the nature state, and also show the kind of respect that the human give for the nature. And his work are all read based on the idea that the personal experience were more valuable to him than some physical capital, some like how wealthy you are, how much money do you have, some stuff like this. And as we move on to understand Shelley's masterpiece, Prometheus, in this point, I think it's clear for me to find out that there is a symbol of the human respect for our nature. Why am I always emphasize there are kind of human respect shown in this point? Because from the speaker's perspective, the Earth is the mother of the Prometheus, and same as the Rosalia, a metaphor is inserted to describe that a figurative mother brings Shelley's affection and emotion to nature. Mothers not only give birth to their children, but also feed them. As parents, mothers must assume the responsibility of raising children. Feed him warm and shelter him warmly. And while she was doing all this, she also need to keep him out of danger. It shows the role nature plays in the development of man. And it's also said that the nature, as the mother of the human being, has abundant resources. All kinds of resources are always the necessities of human life, unless it's observed. Now, as we came further, the nature should undoubtedly be recognized as a provider of the foundation for the human condition, as well as other life in nature. This highlights the importance of the nature. At the same time, Shelley proposed that plants, animals, and humans are all their children. The earth is nature. This is like a bigger will of a whole world in which the human being, all of us as a human being live in. He just regarded as the human being as a part of nature. And human beings are the brothers of the other species in nature. They are interconnected in the biosphere. And Shelley also believed that the human should not be the master of everything. Their status are equivalent of each other. And Shelley also believed that anyone whose personal exertions were more valuable to him than his capital, as we mentioned above, such as surgeons, mechanics, farmers, and the literary men. All those people from the middle class were only one degree removed from the class which subsist by daily labor, and therefore should not be closeted with the rich. Yeah, there is no capitalism in this world. However, Shelley returned again to his point that the situation of the worker, and his essay, A Philosophical Will of Reform, revealed that it's about the possibilities of reforming the English Parliament to make it more representative, contained within a message about how reform will not be enough. Why demand universal suffrage? He asked. And I think there is no stuff like monarchy and aristocracy and the leveling of inordinate wealth and agrarian distribution. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the stuff in a mothering. And he is the symbolist of the modern style. As we can see from his poetries, that his poems do not seem to be arranged in any significant way. However, his poems are studied chronologically by the start date. Means there is a gap of up to 20 years between a poem's initial inspiration and its final publication. The same things emerge throughout his work. In Les Filles du Mal, and he wants to express that the people should get rid of the harsh real world and seek the refuge in an ideal world. That means he wants everyone, he have a persuasion that everyone should live in an ideal world, not the realistic one, because the realistic one is so harsh. Yeah, there are a lot of things that humans should face that they dislike, despite that they dislike to do that. Yeah, and however, something he could not escape as the last two stanzas of the other show. The preceding lines describe Marvin's failure to write the poetry that evoke an ideal world. They led to his failure to escape the fascination of that word, and culminated in an anguished final cry: "Je suis handy, Azu, 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 Azu." That means I'm opposite with sky, sky, sky. After it being translated into the English, yeah. This phase revealed his wanted. He want to pursue the freedom in an ideal world. Yeah, it doesn't limit his freedom though. As he live in this harsh world, it still cannot stop him from pursuing what he want. Yeah. And final one, author Mary Wollstonecraft. And she often considered to be an early feminist of this era. She wrote several novels, essays, and books. According to my research, her work are all centered on the on the idea that the woman should receive the formal education and possess identity and status equivalent of man in society. And the other Mary Wollstonecraft is often considered to be earliest feminist in this era. She thinks that the educated woman could strengthen the society and could be intactly equivalent to their husbands in society. Well, she also believed that the woman should maintain the traditional roles of mothers and wife in society. Otherwise, their offspring, our offspring, and their children could not be raised properly by man. But she is also calling on for the equal rights for women. She was just arguing that the women should have a formal education in order to contribute to society alongside their male counterparts. And Wollstonecraft believed that this could only exert to the woman that, and if they are given a chance to raise their children rather than by mine, because sometimes their men are careless and they always forget to do something that are meant to be important in the growth stage of children. Yeah, and that's all. Thank you, everyone.